Could you please stand for the arrival of His Excellency the President Charles Angelo Sartre and Mrs. Sartre. Please remain standing as we call on Father Nigel Hiram for an invocation.
L'évangile Jésus-Christ selon Saint Luc, chapitre 17, versets 11 à 19. Pendant Jésus était en route pour Jérusalem, il voyageait tout long frontière entre Samarie et Galilée. Les watwe à dans ce village là, 10 moun qui étaient timilades allaient joindre lui. Yo tout bout, yo bon distance hod li, et puis yo kiye. Jésus, met, prends pitié de nous. Quand il voit yo, il dit, allez au tisse père là. Eh bien, pendant yo te en route, yo tout Jéwi. Les yon di yo apprécie Jérusion, il arrive à Sipaï, qu'à louer bon Dieu à haute voix, et puis jete quoi en pied Jésus pour lui messier. Nom ça là, c'était un Samaritain. Comportement nom là fait Jésus demander chection ça là. C'est pas yo 10 qui Jéwi non. Ça compte les autres 9 là, au lieu. Il semble que pièce d'autres moun pas arrivé pour oui messieurs bon Dieu, excepté étranger ça là. Après ça, il dit non la garçon du bout et puis allez faire chemin ou n'y a la foi qui sauve ou. Papa bon Dieu, c'est eux qui fait tout le monde et toute la terre. Nous ka oui messieurs, nous ka honorer, nous ka sanctifier non. Vous voyez, seul garçon bien-aimé Jésus de Nazareth pour sauver nous. Pendant la vie sous la terre, il montre nous comment poursuivre le commandement. Et puis il dit nous pour aimer même et aimer voisin nous. Les morts sous la croix là, il montre nous, il parle pièce l'amour, passer yon amour qui s'abat la vie pour les autres. Il même ba nous l'Esprit Saint et l'Église là pour aider nous à souchimer la vie. Il ba nous c'est ça comme là pour rester à cléter et puis après la vie à sous la terre nous ça taper la vie éternelle. Je dis même Seigneur, nous ka oui merci pour tout le monde rassemblé ici. Nous ka mandé aux bénédictions et puis la grâce. Gardez tout le monde ici et bah nous le courage et la force pour tenir le commandement et pas gaspiller la vie. Ou assembler tout le monde en l'église ou voyez bénédiction à sous marchandise qu'il a. Ça c'est bien fait et puis la main nous et servez nous et puis l'idée nous qui ou même bas nous. Comme ça, quoi mettre, fait que tous ces gens ici, ça vend des marchandises, et comme ça, ouais des corps, famille et société. Papa, maître, j'étais à sous Dominique, et toute organisation qui travaille pour développer le pays, nous, bah, yo tout ça, yo besoin, bah, yo bonne santé encore, et en l'idée, et tirer toute division parmi nous. Nous commandons grâce à la par notre Seigneur Jésus-Christ, garçon, qui vivre et contrôler et vers ensemble et puis le Saint-Esprit, un seul Dieu pour les siècles des siècles. Amen.
You may be seated. Nous devons souhaiter une bienvenue au président Dominique, M. Charles Angelo Savrin et puis Madame Savrin. M. Ian Douglas, qui est le ministère des Affaires Commerce, Innovation, Business et Développement Export. Les autres ministères gouvernement. M. Nicolas Bruno, qui est chef au board pour développement, fondation à Dominique, ça c'est NDFD. Les autres directeurs NDFD. M. Cletus Joseph, ça c'est directeur pour NDFD. Les secrétaires permanents, Père Nigel Karam. Madame Paula Plasco, manager général pour Dexia, vice Kent Coppel, ça c'est assistance technique pour Institut pour coopération agriculture, vice Philippe Rowe, coordinateur pour business famille Jeune Monde à Dominique, ça c'est GYBT, vice Julian Difo, chef officier pour la pêche, Madame Kisha Joseph, officier technique pour affaires qualité produit, avec le département inspection, un bureau pour affaires État à Dominique, ça c'est Bureau Standards, et les autres qui invités. Bonjour et bienvenue à Creole in Lawi. Welcome to Creole in the Streets. We'll now call on Mr. Cletus Joseph to officially welcome you here this morning. Mr. Joseph.
Thank you, Mrs. of Ceremonies. I think that's a change from what you were just hearing. So, for those of you who don't understand our native mother tongue, I'm going to translate as she asked me to. His Excellency, Mr. Savrin and Mrs. Savrin, Honorable Ian Douglas, Minister of Trade, Commerce, Entrepreneurship, Innovation, Business and Export Development, other government ministers, Mr. Nicolas Bruno, Chairman of the NDFD Board of Directors, other directors of the NDFD, permanent secretaries of the various ministries present, Father Nigel Karam, Mr. Lloyd Pascal of Dexia, Ms. Keisha Joseph, Technical Officer, Dominica Bureau of Standards, Mr. Philip Rowe, Coordinator of the DYBT, Mr. Kent Coppel, Technical Specialist of Inter-American Institute for Cooperation and Agriculture, Mr. Julian Defoe, Acting Chief Fisheries Officer, other invited guests, exhibiting clients and patrons of Creole in the Streets, the media, the general public, and those listening via the radio stations and the various social media houses. On behalf of the NDFD Board of Directors, management and staff, I hereby extend a warm NDFD welcome to you at this, our 6th Creole in the Streets. Creole in the Streets is the marketing event which epitomizes the definition of marketing, whereby we seek to engage customers, build strong customer relationships, and create customer value, all with a view to capture value from the customers in return. Today, as you navigate through in excess of 70 small business clients displaying their products and services, we welcome you to interact with the business owners and their offerings. Express your impressions with the variety and quality available. Engagement in the marketing sense is a continuous process, and therefore, as you touch and taste and purchase, we encourage you to provide valuable feedback which can be used for further product development. And this we also welcome on behalf of our clients. In terms of building strong customer relationships, we also welcome you to get the discussion going as to how there can be a supplier, producer, distributor, consumer value chain established and developed with a view to ensuring that in the future there continues to be a valuable business relationship. It is important that this event is not seen as just a one-day activity, but rather continues to bear results and deliver value to everyone many years down the road. I am sure that on behalf of the clients displaying their products and services, I can welcome you to deliver value through the purchase of the displayed products. This, I'm sure, will make our patrons and clients extremely happy. We are pleased to welcome you to this, our 6th Creole in the Streets, after a forced hiatus of 2 years due to the COVID pandemic. It is indicative that we are prepared to fight off the challenges and adverse conditions which affect us. Once again, on behalf of the board, management and staff, we take great pleasure in welcoming each and every one of you to this signature event of resilience and sustainability as we embrace the theme, creating sustainability through green innovations and technologies as the key to battling shocks. Once again, welcome to everyone, and we do wish you a splendid day today. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Joseph. In translation, in short, Fondation pour le développement national en Dominique, enfin, en business pour supporter petit business à pays, et bien, on a fait ça pour 40 années. Et on a gardé pour continuer et puis vision ça là, même à dans temps qu'il a poursuivi avec la présenter challenge. Et donc, c'est raison pour activité aujourd'hui, ça c'est Creole à la oui, c'est pour créer opportunité pour présenter bonne qualité à produits qui Dominique a produit. Aussi pour créer la place avec opportunité pour promouvoir business à Dominique. Aussi pour créer opportunité pour faire certains qui clients avec monde qui a produit ni sécurité. Aussi pour poursuivre un petit business avec monde qui ni business à payer. Poursuivre et puis opportunité pour promotion la vente pendant la saison indépendance là. Aussi activité ça là qui poursuivre une opportunité pour qui manière qui produit Dominique ça exporter. Alright, so we'll now call on Mr. Nicholas Bruno, who is the chairman of NDFD Board of Directors, to present some brief remarks. Mr. Nicholas Bruno.
Thank you, Amelia. Good morning and welcome. I'd like to recognize His Excellency the President Charles Angelo Savra and Mrs. Savra, Honorable Ian Douglas, Minister of Trade, Commerce, Entrepreneurship, Innovation, Business and Export Development, other government ministers present, and I note Mr. Fidel Grant, who was an instrumental person in the development of the NDFD, welcome Grant. Other NDFD directors, Mr. Joseph, the Executive Director, Permanent Secretaries, Father Nigel Karam, Ms. Paula Plasco of Dexter, Mr. Ken Copel of ICA, Mr. Philip Roll of the Youth Business Trust, Mr. Julian Defoe, Fisheries Officer, Chief Fisheries Officer, and Ms. Keisha Joseph, Technical Officer of the Bureau of Standards. For the invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Creole in the Streets this year under the theme Creating Sustainability through Green Innovation and Technologies as a Key to Building Shops reflects the strategic direction of the NDFD introduced over the last 4 years. The NDFD has endured the shocks which have visited the operating environment through brute force and delicately. These disruptions have re-emphasized the need to build our systems in a resilient, sustainable manner. Sustainability to guide and protect the economic and social environment as well as develop human capacity. The combinations of these will significantly contribute to the resilience of our local businesses and by extension, our nation. The aim of this event, our flagship marketing initiative, is geared at promoting the work of the small and micro sector in Dominica. Products which are proudly displayed today reflects the dedication, hard work and sacrifice of many men and women who have endured and displayed resilience by overcoming many of the obstacles. The NDFD prides itself on the integral role it has played in the development of the small and medium-sized businesses in Dominica. The NDFD embraces innovation and continuous improvement, which is critical in today's business environment. The Creole In the Streets is evolving, and we are pleased to welcome 3 new partners, namely the Inter-American Institute for Cooperation in Agriculture, ICA, the United Nations Development Program, UNDP, and the International Trade Center. The inclusion of these partners has ushered a new product development section of Creole In the Streets. This is a segment of the exposition actively seeks not just sales, but solicit customer feedback to facilitate the product development process. This is the section on my left. In our quest to promote the small business community, NDFD has collaborated with numerous other institutions, and we have aligned particularly with the small business unit of the Ministry of Tourism by promoting training, beneficiaries of its program, and to date we have trained over 100 beneficiaries. Last year was a landmark year during which the NDFD celebrated 40 years of serving small business sector in Dominica. We were able to bring together former directors and employees to discuss the development of the NDFD and review the achievement of the stated objectives. I am happy to report that the reviews were fantastic. From our reports, the NDFD has stayed true to its mandate and represent a source of joy for the pioneers. In addition, we were able to host the inaugural Green Innovation Summit and launch our green products. The summit is the offshoot of a wider thrust to embrace and promote adaptation and mitigation technologies. This approach seeks to explore technologies which are suitable to foster improvement in business development, leading to reduced costs, increased efficiency, improved products, and therefore increased profits. The Innovation Summit aimed to provide a platform, an opportunity for entrepreneurs and innovators to explore their ideas and obtain the technical assistance required to convert them into viable enterprises. I am pleased to indicate that our top 3 winners of the Green Summit have gone beyond the idea stage and are participating in the event today. In 2021, the NDFD led Dominica for the first time in observing Earth Hour, thereby joining over 192 countries in the global community, during which people are encouraged to switch off non-essential lights and electrical appliances for 1 hour between 8:30 and 9:30 p.m. It also encourages people to make concrete actions to fight climate change and protect planet Earth from environmental degradation. We again led the event in 2022, and several other local organizations, business entities, and individuals joined in the observance of the by undertaking tree planting, environmental cleanup, social media and digital outreach, virtual meetups with live discussion on climate change, group games, painting in the dark, and light out activities. Our efforts to promote green initiative and introduce energy efficiency methodologies has resulted in an increased focus on supporting the micro business sector. This event today is a manifestation of our commitment to the NDFD mission to contribute to poverty reduction and human resource development at the national level by mobilizing funds for provisions of credit, business advisory service, training primarily to small and micro business sector. On this occasion of the 6th edition of Creole In the Streets, I take the opportunity to thank His Excellency and Mrs. Savre for their presence. The attendance is truly a manifestation of the national stature of this event. I thank you.
Merci un peu, M. Bruno. Mais président, messieurs, mesdames, nous qui invitons M. Lloyd Pascal pour présenter un message de solidarité. Mr. Lloyd Pascal will now present a solidarity message. Let's make him feel welcome, please.
Good morning and thank you, Masters of Ceremony. Thank you for the invitation to Dexia to be part of this very important occasion. His Excellency the President Charles Angelo Savre and Mrs. Savre, Honorable Ian Douglas, Minister of Trade, Commerce, Entrepreneurship, Innovation, Business and Export Development, other government ministers. I see Minister Grant is also here, so I'd like to note Mr. Nicholas Bruno, the Chairman of the Board of Directors of the National Development Foundation, other directors, Mr. Cletus Joseph, Executive Director of the NDFD, permanent secretaries, and I note that our PS for Trade is present, and Father Nigel Karam, Mr. Kent Coppell, Mr. Philip Rowe, Mr. Julian Defoe, Ms. Kisha Joseph, and all invited guests. We want to recognize each and every one of you today. On behalf of the Board of Directors, Management and staff of Dexia, I take this opportunity to congratulate the National Development Foundation of Dominica on this great initiative, as today you are hosting the 6th edition of the 6th annual Creole In the Streets activity under the theme Creating Sustainability Through Green Innovations and Technologies as a Key to Battling Shocks. This activity is taking place during our independence celebrations, and therefore I applaud the NDFD for providing the outlet and avenue for producers to create the awareness and showcase the many high quality products which are available in Dominica. We trust that the exhibitors will embrace this opportunity to increase sales throughout the independence season. This year, Dominica celebrates the 44th anniversary of independence under the theme One Dominica, One People, One Vision. This is a call for all of us as one people to join hands and work hard to achieve this one vision towards the development of our beloved country, Dominica. We at DEXIA cannot overemphasize the important role and tremendous benefits that agriculture, agro-processing, manufacturing, and the services sector have played and will continue to play in our country's development. I therefore encourage all of us to develop a habit of consuming quality local products, thereby creating jobs and supporting the local economy. In this global or globalized trading environment, we see every day increases in the prices of basic essential food items. We therefore need to mitigate the effects of these rising food prices by reducing importation of commodities and concentrate on producing quality products for local consumption. DEXIA, as part of our mandate, have been doing our share in providing technical support to many small and medium-sized businesses, guiding them to produce world-class quality or quality products that are competitive globally. We also encourage our clients to seek sustainable ways to increase production by embracing agriculture and, where possible, utilize locally available raw materials. We are also observing that consumers are very conscious of the environment, and this is influencing in practical ways the move towards purchasing environmentally friendly products. The NDFD should be complemented in this regard for promoting our green businesses and for providing the monthly marketplace for exposing such products. Vendors, exhibitors, I appeal to you to pay special attention to the presentation of your products. Remember that these days consumers have choices, and if they are not satisfied with your offer, they will move to other suppliers. Issues such as quality, pricing, and the competitiveness of your products and services cannot be ignored. And it is somewhat disappointing that some of our prices are just not competitive. Hence, the need for us to, as BSOs, to engage our clients in costing and pricing exercises. To the patrons and consumers, I say to you, please continue to patronize and support in our efforts to promote the buy local, buy Dominica culture. When you support our farmers and our local vendors, you are demonstrating in a practical way the change in attitude and behavior required to give true meaning to our independence theme, one Dominica, one people, one vision. In keeping with this year's theme for Creole in the Streets, DEXIA, in its thrust to encourage people to eat what we grow and grow what we eat, we have dubbed our display Everything Plantain. Plantain is a healthy alternative if we choose to eat local, and because plantain is always readily available, there are many options that we have for utilizing plantain. So, please visit DEXIA's presentation and support our farming and culinary sectors. Mr. Joseph, Ms. Casey, and your team, congratulations at staging yet another event. We at DEXIA look forward to our continued collaboration and partnership with the NDFD, as together we support the growth and export potential of Dominica's SMEs. Let me take this opportunity to wish the NDFD and all your clients and exhibitors a successful and rewarding Creole in the Streets 2022, and to wish everyone here a happy independence. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Pascal. Qui démontre bienvenue aussi pour nous écouter nous à sur différents médias. Let me just, of course, acknowledge those who are following these proceedings via the various media platforms. And now we'll call our next speaker here for this morning, Ms. Keisha Joseph, Technical Officer for Quality Inspection Unit within the Bureau of Standard. Let's make her feel welcome, please.
President of the Commonwealth of Dominica, His Excellency Charles Savre and Mrs. Savre. Minister of the Ministry of Trade, Commerce, Entrepreneurship, Innovation, Business and Export Development, Honorable Ian Douglas. Other ministers, permanent secretaries, Coordinator of the Dominica Youth Business Trust, Mr. Philip Rowe. Technical Specialist of Inter-American Institutes for Cooperating Agriculture, Mr. Ken Cobell. Chairman of the National Development Foundation of Dominica. Board of Directors, Mr. Nicholas Bruno. Executive Manager of National Development Foundation of Dominica, Mr. Cletus Joseph. Staff of the National Development Foundation of Dominica. Participants and sponsors, the media and other invited officials and guests. The Dominica Bureau of Standards would like to extend a hearty congratulations to the National Development Foundation of Dominica for once again hosting the annual Creole In the Streets event. The Dominica Bureau of Standards is a governmental institution which promotes and encourages the maintenance of standards for goods and services produced and used in Dominica. The Bureau provides support in the various areas to productive sectors, including small and micro businesses in Dominica. Services offered include the provision of standards, conformity assessments, which includes testing, inspection, and certification, and metrology. We also assist small and micro businesses in the area of training and certification in good manufacturing practices and Dominica good agriculture practices. Let's take a short moment to do an imaginary walkthrough for the services offered by the Bureau for small agro-processors seeking a loan from NDFD. A manufacturer is applying for a loan to purchase additional processing equipment for production of his pepper sauce. After being told by the loan officer at the NDFD to visit the Bureau, he submits the following: his label designed for evaluation and approval, a sample of his pepper sauce to the lab for analysis, nutritional facts, quality parameters, and shelf life, a request for a barcode for his product, an application to participate in the GMP certification program for his production facility, an application for a certificate of free sale to facilitate export, and a request to verify his weighing devices. Upon submission of the necessary steps taken with the Bureau along with a solid business plan, the agro-processor is now fully ready to secure a loan with NDFD to further his business. Throughout the years, the Bureau and the NDFD have been partners in supporting small and micro businesses in Dominica. The NDFD has been a major supporting agency in the work of the Bureau and encourages clients to utilize our service in ensuring that the quality of our goods and services are maintained. Interestingly, the NDFD has requested its clients to seek the services of the Bureau standards as a requirement for accessing certain loans. An act that demonstrates the word development in the institution's name is upheld. In closing, let me again thank the NDFD for inviting us to participate in the ceremony and the Creole In the Streets activity. The Bureau looks forward to continue working with the NDFD in developing small and micro businesses.
Thank you so much, Ms. Joseph. We'll now call on Mr. Philip Rowe, who is the coordinator within the Dominica Youth Business Trust. On call Mr. Philip Rowe, to Munaka coordinate département pour business parmi jeunes gens. Let's make him feel welcome, please.
All right, thank you very much, Madam MC. Pleasant good morning to all. Let me recognize a few persons. His Excellency, the President, Charles Angelo Savre and Mrs. Savre, Honorable Ian Douglas, Minister for Trade, Commerce, Entrepreneurship, Innovation, Business and Export Development, other government ministers, Mr. Nicholas Bruno, Chairman of the Board of Directors of the NDFD, other NDFD Directors, Mr. Cletus Joseph, Executive Director of the NDFD, Permanent Secretaries, Father Nigel Karam, Mr. Pascal, Ms. Joseph, Mr. Defo, and all other invited guests. A pleasant good morning to all. On behalf of the Dominica Youth Business Trust, it is indeed a pleasure to be here today and support such a wonderful initiative. Since the last Creole in the Streets in 2019, we can all agree that quite a lot has transpired. Dominica, much like other countries across the globe, have been affected by many external shocks. The COVID-19 pandemic in particular has impacted many businesses, but it has also yielded business opportunities for innovators and entrepreneurs. A lot has transpired. Today, as a means of creating sustainability through technology, we are witnessing the embracing of all things digital, from e-commerce to digital payment platforms. Today, as a means of creating sustainability through green innovations, we are witnessing entrepreneurs solidifying their position as agents of change and are actively seeking to create solutions to some of the many challenges that plague our planet. And today, we are happy to support and congratulate the NDFD for the return of Creole in the Streets, a platform for businesses like these and others which allow them to showcase their talent to Dominica and the rest of the world by extension. I was fortunate to have attended the very first Creole in the Streets here in Rosemont back in 2014. And I remember being blown away by what the NDFD had put together. It is evident today that 6 installments later, this event has grown tremendously and is a highly anticipated event during the independence season, especially for entrepreneurs, because we do know that the increase in visitor arrivals presents fertile soil for commerce and networking. Not only has this event grown tremendously, but the quality of entrepreneurs and their products and services continues to surpass expectations. This is a testament to the involvement of business support organizations like the DYBT and most certainly the National Development Foundation of Dominica. The NDFD continues to play a key role in the shaping of a vibrant MSME sector along with the government of Dominica. For us at the Dominica Youth Business Trust, it is a great joy to see many of our young entrepreneurs participating in this year's Creole in the Streets. We are elated to be a proud partner of the NDFD and value their steadfast support to the Trust from inception in 2004 to present. The DYBT continues to benefit from the guidance and expertise of the Foundation through their representative on the DYBT Board of Trustees, as well as access to finance for our entrepreneurs through our loan guarantee facility. Before I close, I wish to reiterate a call made by Mr. Joseph and others, and encourage all patrons to ensure that they stop by an ATM machine before attending Creole in the Streets. Because, if it's one thing for sure, with the quality of products and services that will be on display, you will most certainly be compelled to purchase not one, not two, but more than a few local products here this morning. We at the Dominica Youth Business Trust extend congratulations to the NDFD for hosting the 6th edition of Creole in the Streets, and I take this opportunity also to wish each and every Dominican a lovely independence season. Thank you.
Okay, moi aussi les opportunités, he said it in English, let me just say it in Creole. Moi les opportunités aussi pour inviter tout le monde à écouter, pour opportunité pour enfin pour avantage ces produits qui là à sur exhibition la jolie à Creole en là où il y a. Puis mon cadeau messieurs mesdames, là où aller avec ouais produits qui Dominica produit ou pas que quoi. Ou d'ailleurs quoi enfin c'est l'autre pays sorti mais nous on a une opportunité nous une habilité pour nous ça produire bon qualité produit c'est pour ça autant hod madame Joseph Tala qui a dit comment bagaille pour aller c'est pas fini pour prendre place pour faire ce qui là où produit c'est produit qui bonne qualité produit qui nous a même voué l'autre pays pour ça nous complémenter tous ces monde là qui là tous ces petits business là qui là à son exhibition pour tout le monde qui a fait pour faire ce qui Dominique ça continue produit bonne qualité produit. Alright, it is Creole in the street and you have to forgive me, but there need to be Creole in the street. Alright? Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, we're just taking a little break from our speeches and we will now call on the students of the Goodwill Secondary School to present a performance for us here this morning. So let's make them feel welcome. The students of the Goodwill Secondary School. Bad boy, we welcome you, mesdames, pour les enfants de l'école secondaire Albridge, the Goodwill Secondary School. All right, we will now call on our next speaker for yet another solidarity message, Mr. Kent Coppell. Let's make him feel welcome.
Thank you, mistress of ceremony. Before I commence, an apology to make. It's unfortunate I will not be able to speak Creole in the street. So I'll do my script in English, so forgive me for that. His Excellency, Mr. Savre and Mrs. Savre, Honorable Ian Douglas, Minister of Trade, Commerce, Entrepreneurship, Innovation, Business and Export Development, and other government ministers. I want to also recognize Honorable Grant, Mr. Nicholas Bruno, Chairman of the NDFD, other directors of the NDFD, permanent secretaries of various ministries, Father Nigel Karam, Mr. Lloyd Pascal of Dexia, Ms. Isha Joseph of the Dominican Bureau of Standards, Mr. Philip Rule, coordinator of the YBT. I also recognize in our midst Ms. Sawana Fabia, the coordinator of the Guidom UNDP project, other UNDP colleagues, other invited guests, but most important, our exhibitors and agribusiness, agri-entrepreneurs, the media, and for persons listening via the various mediums. On behalf of the Director General, Manuel Otero, and the ECO representative in the ECS, Greg Rollins, I bring you warm greetings and best wishes. I want to start by congratulating the NDFD for hosting the 6th Creole in the Streets event under the theme, Creating Sustainability through Green Innovations and Technologies as a Key to Battling Shocks. An interesting theme that certainly aligned in the transformation and building resilience in various sectors. The event is an important platform to link producers to market and provide small businesses with the opportunity to showcase their products and services, to sell their products, and to engage customers, buyers, distributors, and other service providers, among others. NDFD has been a pillar in supporting the development of small businesses in Dominica, and this is testimony to its efforts in providing a conduit that allows businesses to expand their market and build relations with key value chain actors. The event coincides with the Independence celebration, and therefore it allows us to package our culinary and craft cultures into business packages which we can share with our visitors. The Inter-American Institute for Cooperation Agriculture is a specialized agency for agriculture of the Inter-American system that supports the efforts of member states to achieve agricultural development and rural well-being. The Institute provides cooperation services for close and permanent work within its 34 member states, addressing their needs in a timely manner. Without a doubt, ICA's most valuable asset is the close relationship it maintains with the beneficiaries of its work. We have broad experience in the areas such as technology and innovation for agriculture, agricultural health, food safety and quality, international agricultural trade, family farming, rural development, and natural resource management, and the bioeconomy. Currently, we are supporting the implementation of Output 2 of a UNDP-funded project titled Strengthening Disaster Management Capacity of Women in the Cooperative of Republic of Guyana and in the Commonwealth of Dominica. Output 2 is geared towards making targeted agricultural livelihoods more sustainable and less vulnerable to the impact of climate change. This is in response to the major concerns expressed from the hazard-prone farming communities about the lack of sustainable livelihoods and to build resilience to the loss of farm income as we recently witnessed in Dominica. The key results to be achieved under this component include the agricultural value chain development and support, microfinance analysis and development, and strengthening capacity in the area of climate-smart agriculture. We have advanced a number of actions in achieving these results, and we can speak to a gender-responsive microfinance mechanism which is resilient-based, and we know that NDFD will be one of the leading agency operationalizing the scheme. The analysis of a number of value chains, and I would like to just take an opportunity to indicate that part of the value chain development is to really link the producers to market. We had a similar interventions where we took a number of agro-processors to Trinidad at a trade event like this one, and one of the flagship or one of the highlights is the ability for them to conduct business-to-business meetings, observe how exhibitors demonstrate or present their products, and to be able to interface with buyers and distributors. The project has made it possible for a number of rural women to participate in this event. And we have women from the various parishes, St. Patrick, St. Paul, and St. David. We also intend to support these beneficiaries in other similar events. We have the upcoming event tomorrow, Wato, as well as the government-supported or government-led T-Village Creole. Let me take this opportunity to thank the NDFD for inviting ICA to be one of the partners in hosting this event and to collaborate with the other agencies to include UNDP, the International Trading Center, DEXIA Bureau of Standards, and the various ministries. This is certainly an important step moving forward where we collaborate our efforts. I encourage the exhibitors to take full advantage of this opportunity and of course the general public to patronize the event and to support, as usual, to continue to support the development of our local industry. I do want to take the opportunity to again thank the NDFD as well as to wish everyone a happy independence.
Merci un peu, M. Coppel. Et bien, à présent, messieurs et mesdames, pour adresser, nous qui est à ce ministère qui a une responsabilité pour les affaires commerce, innovation, business et développement, export, M. Ian Douglas, the Minister responsible for trade, commerce, entrepreneurship, innovation, business, and export development. Let's give him a cultural cheer, please.
Bonjour, messieurs, mesdames. Ça, c'est tout le monde qui a Creole actuellement. Good morning, Your Excellency, Charles Savary and Mrs. Savary, Minister of the Blue and Green Economy, Honorable Fidel Grant, Minister of Tourism, Honorable Dennis Charles, the Parliamentary Secretary in the Ministry of Tourism, Honorable Shakira Lokati-Hippolyte, members of the board of the NDFD and staff, other stakeholders of the NDFD who are here like DEXIA, the Bureau, the Dominica Youth Business Trust, ICA and all of the others, Father Nigel Karam, other distinguished and invited guests, good morning. Let me first thank the organizers of the 6th annual Creole in the Streets for inviting me to this event here this morning. This event was a very brilliant idea from its inception, but I believe now has taken on even more and even greater significance in recent years, and is very relevant now more than ever because of the times in which we live. The theme of this year's event, creating sustainability through green innovations and technologies, is a key to battling shocks. I don't think there is another country in this world that is better at battling shocks than the Commonwealth of Dominica. External shocks, natural disasters, pandemics, you name them, we have seen it all. From Tropical Storm Erica to Hurricane Maria to the COVID-19 pandemic and the rise in petroleum prices worldwide, which led to an escalation in shipping costs, which in turn increased the price of goods on the shelf, to the Russian-Ukraine war, which led to a shortage of some essential imports and a worldwide double-digit inflation. It should be a cause of concern as Dominicans that our food import bill is presently near $198 million for 2021-2022. Listen to that, $198,218,312.30. That is our food import bill. That's what we spend to import food into Dominica, brothers and sisters. Dominica, like most countries in the region, is a net food importing country, which imports more than 80% of the food we consume. I mean, listen to those figures. Listen to the figures and look at the exhibition that we have here today. More than 80% of the food we consume, we import. And there is no reason why we should be importing fresh fruits and vegetables into Dominica, in this country, when we can grow them right here in Dominica. We have crops like dasheen, yams, cassava, which has the potential to replace imported wheat flour, which we use for food and bread. And this would reduce our import our food import bill. Listen to another statistic. Between 2014 and 2022 this year, we ate, well not me because I do it bread anymore, we ate 1 million bags of flour worth 75 million EC dollars. 1 million bags of white flour, and we're talking about CNCDs, that's where it is, worth 75 million of our dollars in our pockets and our purses. On average, we import about $45 million worth of food into this country every year. And most of the food which we can produce ourselves, because we are importing so much of that food we eat in this country. This means that we are eating a lot of highly processed foods like macaroni and cheese, Vienna sausage, corned beef and bakes. These highly processed foods have a long shelf life, but these highly processed foods compete with our local fresh produce, and this is bad for our economy. We're literally exporting our dollars. This means that most of our families in Dominica spend more than half of their income on food, and more than half of that is spent heavily on imported food products. With the new hotels being built on island, the new American airline direct flight, the international airports, the yacht marina, there will be tremendous prospects for agricultural foods and the agricultural food market expansion. And that's why I'm happy to see the exhibitors here, and those who were with us at the Goodwill Parish Hall, and those who will be with us at T Village Creole, really trying. Therefore, from a stability and sustainability standpoint, Dominica's food and nutrition security can be described as very precarious at this point, given our vulnerability due to the high occurrence of tropical storms and hurricanes. In addition to its contribution to GDP, agriculture also contributes to our domestic food supply and creates employment for those engaged in the primary production of agricultural fresh produce, and for those small, micro, and medium-sized enterprises involved in the manufacturing of value-added products. This is why the Prime Minister, Honorable Dr. Roosevelt Skerrit, has said that we aim to increase agricultural contribution to our gross domestic product by 700 million by 2030. That is in 8 years. So we need to do about $65 to $70 million every year. And we can, that is possible, I believe that. All of us need to be fully involved in the attainment of this goal. We need to be innovative in creating the local substitutes to the commodities that we regularly import and consume. The small farmers and artisans alone cannot do it without the involvement of the larger supermarkets, restaurants and hotels, without their maximum involvement of the larger businesses. Hence, the reason for this expo. And I want to thank NDFD for the continued initiative in that respect. This expo gives us an opportunity to see what is being produced in Dominica. It gives us an opportunity to meet the entrepreneurs and to sample and purchase different local products and to find suitable local substitutes to the foreign imports. This activity also gives those visiting an opportunity to create a link so that on their return home, they can promote the high quality produce we have here at home in Dominica and to create more market opportunities for them. For this to happen, there must be better coordination, communication, and cooperation among all stakeholders. We must coordinate what is needed, when it is needed, by whom and how much. We must communicate what is available, who has it, how much it costs, and we must cooperate with each other to share the information needed through the use of the technologies available to us right now through the online, electronic, and web-based mediums and other real-time platforms. NDFD is the small business expert who have been operating in Dominica for over 40 years, providing small business persons with the opportunity to invest in themselves, to teach them how to add value to their products, and to make their ideas, dreams, and visions come to reality. When we produce, we must not only see Dominica as our market, we must see the region as our market. We must have an intra-regional outlook and perspective. We have the shipping capacity to get our commodities into the regional market. We just need to ensure that we have the quality that can compete in those markets. We need to be more proactive than reactive. We need to get more creative and coordinated. We must find a way to produce more of our own food if we are to achieve food sovereignty. Then we must strive to attain the collective ability to produce the majority of our nutritional requirements for all our residents. Therefore, production and marketing, quality, safety, and reliability standards must be achieved and attained. The government has sent a clear message by our investments made that the agriculture is definitely on the front burner, and that agricultural development is the responsibility of all of us in the public and private sector, and even in civil societies. We must pursue the expansion and growth of high-value crops like coffee, cocoa, coconut, spices, even hemp and bay leaf, for bay oil, and all of the other value-added products that can come with those raw materials. All of these crops can generate tremendous income for not only our farmers, but our agro-producers and all those who will be employed along the value chain. We have a market of $20 million in the region, brothers and sisters. $20 million in the region. And this is how we should see our market potential. This is the base we must target. 20 million people of CARICOM first and foremost. And if we can do that, then the sky is the limit. We have the potential. Let's get it right once and for all, for the benefit of all of us. Happy Independence to each and every one of you, and see you at the other various activities. God bless. Thank you very much.
Monsieur Shai, Monsieur Douglas. And now we'll have a presentation of token to His Excellency the President Charles Savrin and Mrs. Savrin. So you can see there is an explanation as to what is in that basket. And I'm assuming it's only local stuff. Alright, moi j'ai une opportunité pour remercier tout le monde, toute organisation qui n'y pas pour jouer, enfin qui n'y pas pour jouer toujours, un succès. Ça c'est une présentation Creole 1, là où il y a toutes ces business-là, encore toutes ces organisations, tout le monde qui mettait la main pour faire activer ça là en réalité journée. Mais pour remercier officiellement à présent, donc qui est sous Madame Lydia Andrew.
Good morning, everybody. I will be doing the vote of thanks on behalf of our chairperson, Ms. Juanita Casey, His Excellency, the President Charles Angelo Savrin and Mrs. Savrin, Honorable Ian Douglas, Minister of Trade, Commerce, Entrepreneurship, Innovation, Business and Export Development, other government ministers, Mr. Nicholas Bruno, the Chairman of the Board of Directors of the National Development Foundation of Dominica, other NDFD directors, Mr. Cletus Joseph, the Executive Director of the National Development Foundation of Dominica, Permanent Secretaries, Father Nigel Karam, Ms. Paula Plasco, General Manager of Dominica Export-Import Agency, Mr. Ken Scopel, Technical Specialist of the Inter-American Institute for Cooperation on Agriculture, Mr. Philip Roll, Coordinator of the Dominica Youth Business Trust, Ms. Keisha Joseph, Technical Officer for Quality Inspection Unit at the Dominica Bureau of Standards. Other invited guests, good morning. A pleasant good morning to everyone here today. It is a privilege for me to extend this vote of thanks. I stand once again before you with the greatest pleasure of presenting this year's 6th annual Creole in the Streets Trade Expo. I firstly give thanks to the Heavenly Father for blessing us with this beautiful day. To His Excellency, Mr. Sovereign and Mrs. Sovereign, thank you for gracing us with your presence, and we do hope to see you next year. Honorable Ian Douglas, many thanks for your inspiring words on this grand occasion. To Father Nigel Karam, thanks for your many blessings. A heartfelt thanks to our partners, Inter-American Institute for Cooperation on Agriculture, Dominica Export-Import Agency, Dominica Youth Business Trust, Dominica Bureau of Standards, Fisheries Division, UNDP, for always heeding the call whenever we require your invaluable support. To Mr. John Baptiste, thank you for your creative presentation of the national anthem. Heartfelt thanks to Ms. Milia Joseph for always readily available to assist us every year. You are now a member of the NDFD family. A hearty expression of thanks to our sponsors. Without your commitment, this event would not have been possible. Dominica Bureau of Standards, Do It Center, Belfast Estate, the WASCO, National Bank of Dominica, ICA, ITC, and Dextil. To conclude, a special thanks to the media for their presence, the NDFD Board of Directors, management, and staff for the continued support of this event. Thank you to our numerous participants here today, for without you, this event would not have been a success. To the Commonwealth of Dominica Police Force, a hearty thank you for your continued support and cooperation as well. Special thanks go out to the CITS committee members. And at this time, I welcome you to join me in a round of applause for their hard and tireless work for the past 6 years. I would not have been able to execute my role effectively and efficiently without the help of these wonderful and dependable individuals. Once again, I thank you. I wish everyone an enjoyable day and an enjoyable independence. Thank you.